They need to be on here. Whilst you're doing that, I want to give a huge shout out to the Boom Foundation. I've got the stars coming up here for Annie. I can see Cynthia, and I saw some others earlier. I think it was Stephanie that did thousands. Connie. Guys, don't be ashamed of how many stars you're able to give. Just to be able to do it, as you can see from that video, I was blown away watching that video with a Mana Relief. And I know that this is very, very important to Anna as well. And with regards to the Boom Foundation, sometimes we get lost on this journey. We join our Boomerang, number one, for us, because we want to make money individually. I get that. That was me when I joined the industry. But what's really important is the philosophy and the core ethics and values of iBoomerang. And that is giving without receiving. Okay? And with that, it's very important now that we as a company and as a team, we go and support the Boom Foundation on social media. We make sure we get it out there, go and like, reshare, comment. And actually, Anna loves to go in the field and find success stories and stories within you and your families that she would like to put out there for the Boom Foundation as well. So go to @Boom Foundation on Instagram, and you can go follow them now and keep up to date. And the support there is only going to help elevate not only the Boom Foundation, but how many other children are there out there that need help right now? And we're able to do it. So I want to give a huge shout out to the Boom Foundation, okay? So I see all the stars coming in here, and I want to share my love with all of you. So check this out, guys. I want to share something with you. I get a message from Mr. Edwin Haynes. I had a missed call from Mr. Edwin Haynes, and when I spoke to him, he said, Mr. Hunt, with that deep, how many of you have been around him, with that deep voice, our GMA, and Mr. Hunt, hey, we would like for you to do flight school. And I get so honored to be able to even be offered to come on. And I have a sense of euphoria and excitement, and then I also have a sense of, oh no. And the oh no is that it's costing me money every time I come on flight school to deliver a training. It costs me money. So I have 3 women in the household, okay? I have 3 women in the household. My house is pink, and I am totally and utterly dominated. And so I knew that if they're in the house right now, the internet's going to lag, and I needed to get them out. And so I had to give them some money to go and leave the house, and I basically had to bribe them to go. And every single time it cost me money. And it's funny because I spoke with the legend, Mr. Ventura, yesterday. And I called out Mr. Luis Ventura, and I had a chat with him. And he's somebody I respect in a way that, you know, you can't hold many people any higher, because he's had huge success in this industry, earning over $250,000 per month over that consistently in this industry. And I have his phone number, and I'm able to call him up, and he answers. He actually answers his phone. And we were having a chat yesterday, and we were basically discussing certain things right now. Somebody put tax write-off. I'm going to look into that. Okay, Darren, thank you. I need you. And I was speaking to Mr. Ventura, and my appreciation for Mr. Bugs and what he's created. And I said that I appreciate it. I said, do you know what? Do you think that Fernanda and my girlfriend, I'm pretty sure that they wake up every single morning, and whilst myself, I'm asleep, and whilst Mr. Ventura is asleep in bed, I'm pretty sure that our girlfriends, our partners, they wake up, they get the pillow out, they go on their knees next to the bed, and they make a prayer to say how thankful they are that myself and Mr. Ventura are in this world with them, and their appreciation for us. And you know what? He totally agreed. So Fernanda, I know he's translating for you right now. You know, we appreciate everything. And on that note, I want to share my appreciation for Mr. Bugs and Mrs. Bugs. Guys, they've done it. They've done it. They've created a concept that was a vision, a dream, something that nobody had ever thought of doing before. And even if they did, they didn't have the audacity to even attempt to try it. And not only did they do it, but they've achieved it. And you look at the growing pains that we have now, and I'm like, wow. I'm forever indebted to Mr. and Mrs. Bugs. I really am. And I can only prove that by the years as they go on. and my loyalty and my working ethic and the way that I want to portray the company as they envisioned it. And it's so important for everybody on this call to take a step back, forget about you, forget about me, forget about us in the company, think about this powerhouse couple that decided to create this company that nobody else has ever even attempted to create before for us. And it's important sometimes that we get lost because we're not able to send a boomerang. And, you know, are we going to be a star achiever? And all of these things, when you look at it and you say, well, imagine if iBoomerang was never created. And if you sit here right now and you think about it and imagine, if you closed your eyes and imagine it was just a dream. Imagine it was just a dream and it was gone. How would you feel, genuinely? Yeah, you could say I could try and find something else, but you'll never find anything like this, ever. And so there's certain times that, and I think this training is ideal for that timing right now, that we take a step back and we just appreciate where we're at. Yes, it can be frustrating, I know that, but things always get fixed. For those of you that saw with the Zents, a long time ago now Zents, it's not even discussed. Payout didn't pay out about 20 odd months ago. It's not even discussed now. Actually, we're getting paid out more. Mr. Bugs paid us out more than he should have done this month. I mean, shout out to the CEO. And I just want to say, look, we've got a brand new iGo, powered by iGo. I mean, who's excited about the powered by iGo? I saw Shirley Xavier say, I am. I saw it in the chat. I saw you. These, by the way, if you're in Everett, Mexico with the Shirley and that, stay clear of those guys. They get you on the dance floor. I mean, it's insane. Jackie, I know Jackie Pipkins. And these guys are crushing it right now, but it's a shout out for the iGo platform. And then we've got a brand new back office, not just a brand new back office, guys. We own it. We own our own back. We can do whatever we want with the back office. T-Gray just showed you exactly, hey, do you know what? I want to have that logo in there and they're able to get boom gauge. And they're just going to send it over, done. Other companies, they can't even do that. They're not allowed to do that. We can do whatever we want. And this is only the beginning. So I'm super excited to be able to go and share this with you. One of the other things I want to say, how this cost me money, but I've been very clever with it, right? So any of you that ever come into contact with my better half, we'll call her, please don't mention this, okay? When I first joined this company, I said to her, okay, there's a dual team bonus and there's a unilevel bonus, okay? You can pick which one you have and I'll have the other one. And so the first full payout that I had in iBoomerang from building the business, she saw it and she liked the dual team at the time. Now, I've been in the industry before and I understand how a unilevel residual income works. So I played the sob story, oh, okay, I'll let you have that one. And she didn't understand how the residual income and the perpetual residual bills over time. So she likes the dual team. I'm loving the unilevel. And that coincides with the star achievers. So for all of you out there right now, yes, Joel, very smart man. Mr. Camaro, you're in trouble, Mr. Camaro. Talita knows both. She knows both, brother. Sexy time. I love you, man. What a guy. But here, star achievers. Shout out to my 1, 2, 3, and 4 star achievers. Put in the chat, what number star achiever are you? I want to see the love. Where are you guys? Let me see all of the star achievers in the chat. 4, 4, 4, 2. Deborah, 2. Let me slow down. Jeez, it's going crazy. Sione, 1. Who else we got? Laruna, 4. 4-star achiever. Do you know I love seeing the 1 stars. The 4 stars is like, this is just a consistent thing over and over and over and over and over again. Jennifer put 4/6, so I know she's part of the Bean team. I know it because or Mrs. Jackie Pippins, because they just started this thing early. Lynette, 1-star achiever. I love it. Wally, good to see you. 4-star achiever. Hey, Sabrina Hunt. I'm sure we're related. I'm sure, because you're a 4-star. I'm a 4-star. We must be related. It's in our DNA. I love it, guys. I'm seeing this all coming in right now. Ramon, 4-star achiever. Great to see. Kevin, 4-star. Great to see. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Where's the Puerto Rico? Puerto Rico. I got taught about Puerto Rico music. I got taught about Puerto Rico dancing. I wish I was with Mr. GMA right now. I wish I was out there. Oh my God, I wish I was out there right now. Shout out to you 1, 2, 3, 4-star achievers. I can't wait to see you walk the stage at the next event. And I'm sure you're going to hear some announcements in the coming months of when the next ones are going to be. We're there. So let's get straight into the training, guys. Let me know who wants to get some fire. Yeah, Robin, congratulations to all 1-star achievers. I love it. Sending the love as well. Mr. and Mrs. Cohen, it's good to see you. Got to spend dinner with them. Wow, it was amazing to be able to share time with them. Right, let's go. Let's go straight into this training. Okay, it's really important that you take a step back and look at where we're at as a company. Okay, really important that you understand this, because what's happening, we're moving so fast that sometimes we go places and we forget where we've been or where we came from. And for you guys now, it's really important to understand, like, you actually think we're a 10-year-old company. We have our own boom gear. We have the back office now that we own. We have all these different, we have Boom TV. I mean, don't get me started on Elevate. I mean, I'll share with you some testimonials on Elevate shortly. But it's very important that you understand where we're at right now, because we take it for granted. We do. We take it for granted. And my background, as many as you know, has been from the sporting industry. I've been a professional athlete. So that's all I can relate with, because that was my life. And I want you to know that there's so many similarities in network marketing to this. And what you need to do is, it's very important right now that you follow the leadership, okay? Follow the leadership. The leaders in this company right now are going to show you how to build and have success right now, okay? Right now. Why? Because they have the experience, they have the knowledge, and they have the results to prove they know what they're talking about, okay? So if you want to have success now, put, I want to have success now. Just put now in the chat. Now, for many of you, my background, I've been football, soccer, okay? And I knew how to win. I didn't know how to win at the very beginning. I had to learn how to win. The only way I could learn how to win was learning what it felt like to lose, okay? Learning what it felt like to lose. Once you've learned how to lose, you can figure out how to win. Now, some people win straight away, which is great, but eventually you're going to have a loss. So you want to figure out how to lose to win, okay? The faster I figured it out, the faster I could have success. I was an average footballer in the spectrum of the world of football and soccer. I'll say soccer because I know there's many people here in the US. And there were many average teams that were getting average results and finishing in average positions in the league table, okay? And they weren't winning. They didn't have enough winners. They had some winners, but they didn't have enough winners within their team. My background, as I started to progress in sport, I started to win championships. And I watched Rod Smith. I always talk about him. I idolize this gentleman. And I watched Rod Smith. He did a Success Tips, I believe it was, or Daily Inspiration. He was talking about this type of stuff. And I get so inspired. And we won championships. And the reason why we won championships is because we knew what to do when we lost, okay? And there were inexperienced people in that dressing room that didn't know what to do. And those inexperienced people, they won championships and they didn't even know how. They didn't know how. So what we did was we led from within the dressing room. We led by our actions that we took on the pitch. If we came in at half time and things weren't going right and the result wasn't for us, we knew what to say, we knew what to do, and we knew how to switch the game plan so that we could go and get the win. We may lose a game, but we came back into the dressing room and the next day we came to training. We knew exactly what to do so that we made sure the next game we rectified it. Now, the inexperienced ones within the team, the only way they could be part of that team is by trusting what we told them to do and doing it. And those were then inexperienced, which now, since I've retired from the game, I'm still watching these younger generation go and win multiple championships, have more success than actually I did. And it's humbling. But for you now, it's important that you stay close to the leadership. If you have direct access to these leaders within this company, and I don't just talk about diamonds and blue diamonds and black diamonds, I'm talking about there's leaders in this company that are sapphires. There's leaders in this company that aren't even building a team, that are on the corporate side. So if you have access to these, then it's very important that you stay close to the fire. So I want to share with you here, if I may, I want to share with you, and let me just see something here so I can see this. Oh, there we go. Right, I want to share something with you here, and I hope this is okay. But you don't have a choice because I'm doing it now. They gave me the control, so I can do it. I want to share with you some key information. Okay, I really want to share this with you, and it's very, very important that you understand this. This is the year of the rebound. Okay, and with the rebound now, I want to show you what I'm doing and what we have been building within our team and how our team is having success right now. We've actually cracked some sapphires and possibly rubies, and they don't even know it yet. I mean, they know it by their volume that they've been building, but it's not been confirmed yet. How have they managed to do that? Because we've learned how to deal when it doesn't go right so that we know what to do for when it does go right. And we've dealt with that. I mean, I'm experienced. I've been in this company now 27 months. I've been in this company where when we first joined at the beginning, there was no dual team. We had to, and I'll show you this, we had to draw out our structure and send it to our upline so they could merge it with theirs and send it up until it went to the GMA, who had to go and then process it. And here today, everybody now is saying, you can't get out of Boomerang. Shame on you. Mr. Bug said it. Give out the boomerangs. Give out the boomerangs. And now I've never seen so many people messaging me. I want to give out the boomerangs. And well, how many have you got in your back office? Well, 1,000. We've had 1,000 customers right now, live. Okay? But don't worry. That's about to all change. And that is exciting, especially, guys, I'm going to tell you how I interpret it. If Mr. T. Gray says he was hoping for it today, that means it's close. That means it's very close. Okay? So I want to share with you something here. What have I been doing in the last 6.5 years? I found a mentor. I found somebody that I knew had the results, and he had the integrity, and he was the type of person that I wanted to aspire to be. Okay? And his name is Mr. Holtenbugs. I studied him. I became obsessed with him. I did everything in my power to learn as much as I could from him. These are screenshots from select YouTube videos, just a handful that I have watched and learned and watched and learned and watched and learned. Some are from 2011, some are from not long ago. I mean, Michael Jecks managed to interview the gentleman and put it on his podcast. And I can't thank him enough for posting it. The cash cow, invite process, expand your mind, the red jacket, the blue jacket. Guys, I don't know about you, but I never had access to somebody's phone number to be able to phone them up as a billionaire. I say this all the time. Whether he has $1 billion in his bank now or not is irrelevant. He is a billionaire. I know he is. This company is going to create a $50 billion, not $1 billion, $50 billion company. Do you have access to that type of person? If not, then if you get anywhere near anybody that's close to that person, then you're in that dressing room now, the leaders, the championship winners. So I became obsessed. And then down the bottom right-hand corner, you can see I was doing training calls with him. And so whenever I had an opportunity to be around this gentleman, I went quiet. If I had a question, I'd say it, but I shut the door. I did, because I just needed to learn and listen and watch and learn and listen and watch and learn and listen and watch and tell me what to do and I'll do it. And if I mess up, I won't do it again. If I mess up, I won't do it again. And I managed to actually hang around this gentleman. The picture in the middle right now you can see there. He was just pouring information for about 4, 5, 6 hours. And he painted the vision. That was before anything. He painted the vision. And if we look at where we're at now, guys, okay, I'm going to show you where that's taken us to. But let me ask you a question on this call, okay? If you could pay $1,000 today to get 3 years of your life back, so go back to, 2018, today, firstly, would you? And secondly, if you would, what would you do better? Now, you didn't need to put that in the chat. You don't need to put that in the chat. But there's one commodity that you'll never be able to buy back, and that is time. But if you could have paid $1,000 to get 3 years of your life back, and you go back to 2018, what would you have done differently? What would you do to make yourself better? Whether it's in the business, whether it's relationship, whether it's health, whatever it may be, what would you have done? What would that feel like? Now, the majority of us, as far as I know, cannot time travel. So if you can, let me know, all right? But you can't time travel. But what you can do is today, you can in your head pay that $1,000. And today you could be the first day of the next 3 years for you. Because in 3 years' time from now, I will ask you the same question. I'll say, how much would you pay to be here today? And many of you will pay more than $1,000 if I guarantee you to be back here today. I'm telling you now. And you will want to do things better than what you did in 3 years' time. You have a chance to do that now. But let me educate you on what happened in the last 2 years with the company. We launched with travel. It was just a vision. The company had no name, and it was called Countdown for Freedom. That video at the top there, that was Mr. T. Gray there. That, I think, believe the 9th of March, 2019. Painting out the vision. Look at the boomerang example down the bottom. Look at the boomerang sign. How cool. And we were like, this is the future. We're looking at it, and you look at what we've developed into now. And we were leading with travel. And the travel was like, hey, we can make money from it. We're ready to rumble. And we're saying, guys, we're leading with travel, but just imagine what else is going to be in the future. Just imagine. And we painted the vision. And it was led by the leadership. And we knew that we had something here. And we had the launch timeline to get 10,000 ambassadors. And that was by, I believe, the 11th or 18th of March, 2019. Can you believe it? We didn't even have a name. And then we launched the name iBoomerang. And that was, I believe, one of the first original photos of the iBoomerang logo with the travel. And then as a little bit progressed, then all of a sudden, the logo, we changed the branding slightly, and it just looked even more Daniel Camara, even more sexy. And then they just threw a boomerang on us, and they say, guys, we're launching our own rideshare. We own it, Vibe Rides. And I was like, man. I remember seeing Daniel. I say it again. I was in Emerald, stood behind. I was with Jessica and Carlos. And I remember seeing Daniel wouldn't get off the chair, swinging this napkin around all the time when they announced this. And I was getting goosebumps, and I was like, oh my God, what is this gentleman creating here? This is insane. It's never been done before. And that was then. That was then. And then Mr. Edwin Haynes, our GMA, guys, put GMA in the chat. I love this man. I mean, what a guy. Leading from the front, and I just wish I could be right by his side, just following him right now. I want to come out to America as soon as they let us in. I'm coming out. I want to come live over there for 2 months. I want to be around this gentleman. And he put this up, and the first time I've seen this kind of graph, and I didn't understand it. And then when I did, when he explained it, it was the formulation, the concentration, the critical mass, and the time scale. And I was looking at companies like Amway's and all these other companies that are sustainable companies that are 30, 40, 50 years old. And you see in the top left, we were 6 months old. 6 months old. And I was trying to figure out, right, how far is that on the white line of where we are? And when I went home, I started to study this graph, and I found this one, the innovation. And it's the graph that basically shows you the mass adoption of, this could be anything. It could be Bitcoin, it could be Facebook, it could be anything, okay? And when you saw this graph, I was like, wow, okay, so only around 2.5% become innovators at the beginning. They join when it's brand new. But then the early adopters at the 13.5% join when they believe they're in early. They weren't brand new, but they believe they're in early. And then you look at where the majority come in, the large proportion come in, and they join when they see results and they hear others telling them, he told me about it and they told me about it. I need to look into this now. And they join then. And then after that, you see you get the late majority who join when they see stadiums full. And they join because they feel like they've missed the boat, but they join anyway. And then you got the laggards. And so I looked at that, and then I looked at ours and what Mr. Haynes had here, and I thought, what if I merge it? And I put it together. And I looked at it, and I was like, wow, we are still at the very beginning. The very beginning. See, there's going to be some people that will join in 10 years' time thinking they're in at the very beginning. When we launch all the other products and services, can you imagine what we're going to have then? Let me just remind you what we have now. The Amazon of the industry. Multiple services under one roof. Guys, this is insane. We've only just turned 2 years old. We've got our own trading platform where you can go and make money from your mobile phone. And I've got team members right now that are sent, Kelly Haupu, our very own Ruby ambassador, and a disclaimer, there's no guarantee, and I'll go over that again just to make sure results are dependent on you, and there's no guarantee on any of that. But she's made 20% profit on a 4-figure account in 3 days. And I said to her, this is insane how you're able to do this. And we jumped on a Zoom yesterday, and she shared the screen with me. And she said, David, yeah, here's what I do. I get the cloud up, okay? And when the cloud does this and that does that there, I'm in. And now I'm out. I said, that's it? And she said, yeah. Oh, hang on, wait, the cloud, you see the cloud changing there? Well, John told us that this happens here. And remember Curve was saying that there as well? And now, look, I'm probably going to look to go, and I'm in the market now. Minute gone. Right, now I'm out. And that was it. Because she dedicated some time and effort, and she's making money on her mobile phone. Do you know how easy it is for her to go and show someone, hey, I just made 20% on this in the last 3 days. That basically covers everything I need for my outgoings right now. So I don't have to do as much this month if I don't want to, but if there's a way that maybe if you put some time and dedication in that we can show you this, would you want to know how to do this in your spare time? Guys, Mr. Kifkart put $841,000 on Bill Genius savings. We're getting close to $1 million in savings on their bills. On their bills. We had travel at the beginning. On their bills. We talk about Skin Tech and Zens. I mean, man, Vibe Rides. This is insane. And there's more products and services coming. I mean, the unique customer experience that we have here, this is crazy. And what I want people to understand now is that once they turn this on, be ready. And I don't mean be ready to give out boomerangs. I mean, be ready, because if you give that QR code out, you're going to end up having to pay more money if you're not prepared. Be proactive right now, because Tigre said it. He said, as soon as you've run out of boomerangs, we're going to give you that customer still, but you're going to have to pay $5 for them. $5 for them. How many customers do you want? I was actually thinking about getting a tattoo of the QR code, my personal QR code tattooed on me. I don't know, Tigre, is that even possible? I'm thinking of getting it on me, and anybody talk here, scan the code, scan the code, scan the code. I was thinking about it. I'm crazy. I am crazy. But this is insane. Elevate. Let me touch on Elevate. Thank you, Ben and John. Thank you to your wives, because I've met them now, and for them to let you be as crazy as Mr. Bugs and merge together and build what you're building here. You have taught me the biggest lesson ever, and you've helped me forget about making money. You've helped me elevate my life, because I thought I was disciplined. I thought I was making sure that I was doing things the right way. And then I went on the trading platform and I blew an account. A demo, but I blew an account. And then I thought I knew what I was doing and I blew another account because I didn't do what they told me to do. Everybody goes through that phase. They knew that as well. And so I realized that if I want to be a product of the product, I have to do what they're telling me to do bit by bit, step by step. Don't try and beat the system. You won't. You won't be able to beat it. I'm telling you guys. That's why we've created Elevate. And now, not only am I disciplined in trading, and I have a 12-month plan of what the goals that I want to make just from trading alone on a daily basis, but that discipline has made me realize I need to be more disciplined at everything else that I do. Everything else that I do. Got trading. I sat at the desk with Mr. Bugs and he was saying, we're going to launch travel and you can get 50% and there's going to be other products and services and everything. The Amazon of the industry. Cool. Bang, trading in your face. Have that. Done. And the testimonials in the Project 10 group. Don't get me started on skin tech. Check this out. My daughter yesterday, she had a, I want you guys to see me here. My daughter had a rash here and underneath her neck yesterday. And my partner, she uses pawpaw cream, okay? And she was rubbing it on and it would help for like 5-10 minutes, but then it was still, I was noticing she was still itching it. And just before bed, she was scratching as well. And I said, right, wipe that stuff off. Put this on. And my girlfriend was like, oh, I don't know. And I said, no, put it on. And this is because I think it was Tawana Houston testimonial, putting it on the face. And I said, no. Put this on here and let's just see how it is. I said, don't rub it. Don't do anything with it. Put it on. This morning, she had totally and utterly even forgot. So when I woke up, I went for a run. I did all my stuff. Those guys woke up a little bit later. They went for breakfast. I went in. The first thing I did was said, how's your neck? And she got up. Oh, my neck, yeah, it's fine. And she lifted her neck up. She went, how's your arm? Fine. Now, I'm not saying, but you know what I mean. Now, another thing on skin tech, check this out. I went to the shopping mall, and there are these ladies there that make these crepes, healthy ones, right? Healthy crepes. And when they had these healthy crepes, I was in the queue and they took the money. And I remember Mr. Bugs talking about people touching money with the gloves and then they didn't have gloves. So what they did, they took the money and then they straight away, they got the squirt of the sanitizer and then rubbing it. And then I watched again and they took the money and they squirted again and they did it again. And then when they took an order, the other lady, every time washing, I said, man, you must get through a lot of that stuff. And the lady said, yes. And I said, you like using it? And she said, I hate it. And then the lady that was cooking turned her hand. She said, look at my hands. My hands are ruined. I said, wow. I said, if there was a way that it wouldn't sting your hands, because if it has alcohol in it, it does. And if you didn't have to keep putting it on every single time and it protects you from bacteria, would that help? And there's 3 women, all 3 of them were like 100% yes. I said, we've launched that product. And the question, the lady said, do you have a website where I can buy it? Now, my first thing that I thought was, I don't yet. And the second thing I thought was, it works. It works. It works. And that was just 3 people with 1 conversation casually. I didn't sell anything. And they didn't even know what it was. And yes, I appreciate you can be frustrated right now because you may have customers. So what? You're going to have them customers. You're going to have more. When I talk about Elevate, I set up a WhatsApp channel for Elevate. Of all the people I said, you want to learn how to trade, get in this channel. And I'm going to update you, and it's launching on the 3rd of April. It didn't launch for the customers. And I said, hey guys, look, we're getting this, we've got a brand new website, we're merging, all this data is coming. And then I said to them again, and I had 36 people saying to me, I am ready, when's the link ready, where's the link ready? I said, the link's ready, but we've got the ambassadors are going in first. So the ambassadors are in, we're using it, we'll get the testimonials, we'll let you know. And then as soon as we're ready for the customers can come in afterwards. Now, when it gets to the customer point, I may not have 36 of them straight away. May not. I may have 30. I may have 20. I may have 40. I don't care. It works. It works. And when it's ready, that means that we're ready. And when we're ready, game on. Game on. So when I heard Mr. T. Gray say he was hoping to tell, ooh, hey, buckle up, we're ready. I can feel it coming. And so it's important for you guys to understand this, okay? Yes, I appreciate we can be frustrated. But once we've got this done, we're on to the next. We're on to the next, okay? Now, for you guys, what do you do now? You see the black section? You'll never get that back. Ouch, that hurts. That hurts. If you haven't done what you said you were going to do on New Year's Eve, then you have a chance now to have another New Year's Eve, which can be 29th of May, can be your new year, right now, okay? But the question is, were you sowing seeds? Seeds were sown during these times by the ones that had the vision, the belief, and had a commitment of being consistent. When I spoke to Mr. Ventura yesterday, he said, actually, this business is a bit like the trading, you know? You can have highs, you can have lows, you can have support, you can have resistance, you can. And it's very, very similar. But if you understand how the trends work, it doesn't, any of you listen to Mr. Jim Rohn, you can't change the seasons. So there's certain seasons when it's sunny and beautiful outside and it's great. All the plants outside are growing. The bees are around the lavender. But do you know what we had to do in December when it's the winter here? We had to cut all the lavender that had drooped over. It looked horrific. And we had to cut the lavender because we knew that when the rain comes and the spring comes and the summer comes, we'll get new buds that come through. And you go out there, look at it now, because we knew how the seasons worked. And it's the same here with this company. It's the same here, exactly the same as what we're going through. It's the same in football. We didn't play the same game plan in the summer as we did in the winter. Why? Because it was windier, there was rain. The teams, they mapped out their game plan differently according to the weather. They did. So the question is, I ask you on this call, have you been sowing your seeds still? Have you been sharpening your tools? Have you been learning Elevate since you've managed to get in there? Or have you been procrastinating? You have an opportunity to be able to change that right now. Here's what you need to do. There is no magical formula to get to the rank of diamond, to have the success you want to have in this industry, to make the money you want to make. It is very simple, and we'll keep beating the drum on it. All you have to do is this: 2 to 5 contacts per day. Can you contact 2 to 5 new contacts every single day? Keep it simple. So simple that you can do it and you can teach somebody to do it. Is this achievable? Yes or no? The next thing, if you're looking to build this and build it, 4 showing the plans per week. You show the plan 4 times per week. Now, some of you may be saying that you can only do it 1 time a week. That's a good platform to at least start on. If you really want to elevate fast, show the plan 4 times per week. Okay? Is that achievable? Yes, it is. Then it's a case of getting 10 customers per month minimum. That's the goal. Remember, we're in pre-launch right now. So all these customers, hey, we're about to launch a brand new platform. Not only are you going to have access to the trading, but we've now thrown in there a way. You got who's your mobile phone provider? AT&T? Oh, Verizon? Fantastic. We can save you money. Look, we've just saved $841,000 in savings on bills. We're going to throw that in there as well, so you can save money on your bills. You travel? You're looking to travel? Oh, travel's back? You're looking to travel. Would you like to pay the retail price, or if there's a chance to get access to wholesale price? Wholesale, cool. All right, we're going to throw it in there as well. Would you like all of that? Cool, be ready. I'll let you know. It should be within the next week. Ready to rumble, and it's all yours. By the way, it's free. 10 customers, 10. Then 2 new direct team members per month. That is it. 10 and 2, 10 and 2, 10 and 2, 10 and 2. Build the pipeline. Just build the pipeline, guys. There are people out there that have thousands upon thousands of customers right now. You should be jealous of them because they've been building their pipeline, Mr. Bug said. And he says to do something, just do it. Simple as that. Just do it. Now, in terms of 10 customers, if you have just 10 customers, and this is the important thing for everybody, you can wait until IGO is available to give out and then start telling people. No problem. If that's the way you want to build your business. But think about this. Imagine they turn on the IGO this time next week, as an example. And then you go, bang, I'm going to start telling people and telling them about what we have. Well, there's some people right now that are telling people right now. So when that platform gets turned on, they will instantly have a residual income, bang, straight in the system because they have people ready to join instantly as customers. If you get 10 Elevate customers, you're going to be making $300 per month. Would an extra $300 make a difference to you or anyone you know out there in the world? I will just tell you from my personal experience, an extra $300 means that I am more than happy to do flight school every week because I can now ship the ladies out and they can go have some fun on me. An extra $300 makes a difference to everybody, absolutely everybody. 10. Do you think you know or can find 10 people that would like to learn how to make money like Kelly just did or like the other testimonials that we have? Now, if those 10 customers decide that they want, hey, skin tech as well, okay, I'll buy 2 bottles of skin tech. You're now going to be making $140 extra per month. Add that together, you're making $440 per month. What is the chances that within the next, however long it is, that you're now going to start seeing that coming in the months coming? In the next 90 days, what's the likelihood that you could start seeing customer income coming in like this? I'm telling you, it's going to happen, and you're going to see testimonial after testimonial. You're going to hear people saying, I've just been paid. I'm not complaining, but I don't know how. I don't know how. David, I was about to put an order in just to make sure I'm Star Achiever, but it says that I've got 600 PQV. Can you message T. Gray and just tell him that the back office isn't working? No, it's working. You've got customers. You know, how many boomerangs you got? Well, I think you gave out 200. Well, your customers are being upsold by the Prib now. You're good. You've done that part. You're good. Now wait for it to come in. You want to get more customers? Go get more customers. Now, if you're thinking bigger and you're thinking 50 customers, if you were to get 50 customers in the next 50 days, or if you get 50 customers in the next 10 days, you get 50 customers in the next week that decide they just want to be an Elevate customer and they would like to buy 2 bottles of Skin Tech, or 50 Elevate customers and 25 customers buying 2 bottles of Skin Tech, you're now making $2,200 per month. Residual income, and you haven't even shared the plan yet. Guys, don't be left behind. Do not be left behind here. Okay, I can see it's going off. Now, all you need to do is this. So you understand 2 to 5 people. Then we understand about getting the 10 customers. And we understand about 2 team members and showing the plan. This is our site. Plan your work, work your plan. Master the 3 Ps. Prospect, present, and promote. Prospect, how do you prospect? Learn how to prospect. Right now, if you've been struggling prospecting, it's the ideal time to learn the skills before the big wave comes. Learn how to prospect. If you take a look, how many of you on here have children? Have your children ever done a school play? How many of your children have done a school play and they've been given a script and they're going to be Elsa, or they're going to be, I don't know, I'm rubbish with that, okay? The lesson they're going to do, they get given the script. The play is in 10 days' time. You're sat there, you're sat in the crowd, you're getting there early. Oh, my child's going to be the tree. And you're sat there, you're at the front, and you're nervous. You're super nervous. I've seen it. My partner's like biting nails and everything. And they go on the stage and they do this play, and you're so proud. And yeah, they may trip over or they may get the words wrong, but the lady playing the piano whispers the words and they get it done. And how did they manage to learn that so quickly? How? Because they compressed timeframes and just learnt the scripts. That's all they did. Guys, you don't know how to invite. Learn the invite script. Spend the next day, 2 days, 3 days, just learn it, learn it, learn it, learn it. You don't know how to present. Learn it, learn it, learn it, learn it. It's very simple. Master the 3 Ps. So write your list. Everybody on here, can you write your list? Yes. Write your list. Rewrite your list. And if you think you're building the business now, stop and write your list anyway. Always relaunch. Don't stop what's working, but always relaunch, rewrite your list. Master the 5 steps. Can we master the 5 steps? Next step, the calendar. Minimum 4, showing the plan, 4 good parties booked in. 4, can we do this? Yes or no, yes or no. Next, show the plan. Either you present or whoever you're working with presents until you're ready. And the faster you can do it, the quicker you'll see bigger growth. That can be a good party. That can be an I decide. That can be Mr. Bugs' full presentation. That can be a team Zoom. That can be the Boom TV presentations we're doing for you. But become a pro presenter if you're really wanting to build this business big. Okay? Then follow up as soon as possible. We use a 1, 2, 3. Hey, what did you love about it? Fantastic. And which number were you? Were you number 1, number 2, or number 3? This is how I do it. Number 1, you're a customer. Number 2, you're interested in getting the products at wholesale. Standby, wholesale pack. Number 3, you're looking at this as a business model. 1, 2, or 3, 1, 2, or 3. That's it. I say to my daughter, darling, can you call up someone and say, are you a 1, 2, or 3? Yeah, she can do it. She's 11. After the 1, 2, 3, 3-way call, edification. We're doing the work for you. We'll do the work for you. And then after that, bam, fam. If they're not ready to join yet, book them in for another meeting. Book a meeting from a meeting. And until you get a no, just put them in the not for now list and always touch base. Always touch base. And that's the cycle we use. Simple as this. Now, one thing is important. Success loves speed. The faster you can do this, the more you can do, the quicker you can do it, the quicker you will see the results that you want to achieve. 2 pointers I want you guys to take away with you. Number 1, something that changed the game for me, find an accountability partner. You are not an accountability partner yourself, because you will allow yourself to not do things when you know you should. Okay? Find an accountability partner today. Say to them, hey, I'm not achieving the results I wanted. I want to hold myself accountable to you. And are you achieving the results you wanted? I'll hold you accountable for the results you want to achieve as well. And you have an accountability call at least once a week. Okay? Then the second thing is personal development, daily. This is what keeps me going every single day. This is what motivates me. This is what I spoke with Mr. T. Gray, and he said when he was mentored by Mr. Bugs at the beginning, and he was extreme, and he said that he was ready because the personal development side of things just changed the game for him. And when I see him and Mr. Kifkart talking about books they're reading still, they're continuously growing and developing. If an audio book is 8 hours long, an average audio book is 8 hours long, can anybody guess if you do 15 minutes per day, how many audiobooks you would potentially have listened to within a year? Can anyone put that in the chat? Anyone want to even attempt to try and put that in the chat? Let me see the chat a second. If you did 15 minutes a day, 15 minutes, just 15 minutes of audio, 15 minutes of reading. Carla, nope, incorrect. 15 minutes a day for a year. Somebody put 50. Dr. Latrice, 100. You would actually have listened to 11 audiobooks. If you would have done 15 minutes a day for a year, you would have listened to 11 audiobooks, 15 minutes a day. I know there's many people on this call right now, many that don't even read 2 books a year. 15 minutes a day. If you put it on the new speed now, where you can go at 1.5 or 2 speed, which I use now, you can do even more. If you decide you want to do more than 15 minutes, you can gain even more. And I can tell you now, the reason why I am able to build the way I'm building, and any time that the winter time comes, any time that I feel like maybe that was a little bit of a loss, I need to learn from that, I know how to deal with it because I've been personally developing over and over, and I'm keeping close to the fire. So when I speak to Mr. Ventura and his energy and his game plan is the same as mine, I'm like, I am around the right people. I am around the right people, and I need to be around these people every single day. Okay? So I'm hoping you guys understand this, where we're going with it. Keep it stupid simple. Stupid simple, okay? Lastly, I'm going to wrap it up on this. What you sow today, you'll reap 90 days from now. What you sow today, you'll reap 90 days from now. So if you've been sowing seeds in this company and this build with the prospects and the customers already right now, be ready, because you're about to cash in. You're about to cash in, okay? But remember, winter always comes around. In the future within iBoomerang and the way we're growing and the more products and services and the technology we're bringing, guys, my banking, I'm with a bank that is a very well-known bank that is decades old, might even be hundreds of years old. And last week, their app crashed and nobody could get into online banking. How many of you have gone on Instagram and it didn't work? No connection, because Instagram and Facebook and WhatsApp crashed and nobody could send WhatsApps. Guys, I would love to say that you're never going to see technical issues or anything happen. But that, if you want to be $1 billion and a $50 billion company, it's inevitable. You actually want to be prepared for it now, so that when winter comes, I've got winter clothes. When summer comes, I've got the iBoomerang Speedos that I know that Tunde is going to be making for me, right? With the boomerang on it and a boom on the bum. I want that one made as well, yeah? We're going to get that. I don't know about you ladies, but that's for us men. But all I can say and leave you with is this. Don't wait. Do not get left behind, because this company has been created for you. Go elevate. I'm sending love to all of you. One thing I want to leave with you is this. Us and the leaders, we will be beating the drum and be here for all of you all the way through. And let's have some fun, because life is too short. And I am all about having fun. So, Mark, Tigray, I'm sweating here because I've just figured out that my daughter plays a trick on me whenever I kick her out. She puts the temperature gauge up to 25 degrees, and I'm near enough